One Piece chapter 1180 starts out with a bang, where we pick up right after we left off last time with Imu on top of this house and speed blitzing everyone. The giants, Zoro, everyone. Then we get a full body shot of what Imu looks like with this demonic form, the black flame, Amaterasu in front of him, asking who's the king of this country, which is weird because I thought he already knew that this country had no king last time and that Elder Rule was the one in charge. Does this mean that this Imu is not the same as the one silhouette we're used to? Is it a split personality sort of situation? On some Doppio and Diavolo sort of shit. He looks at Summers, who's surprised to see Imu right in front of him, and oh my god, what am I looking at? A One Piece female taking actual damage? Oda say it ain't so. He keeps speed blitzing everyone. No one even noticed him approaching Gerd. Her herself didn't realize her fingers were cut off till way after the fact. He frees Summers and everyone is shocked. How fast is he? And with this shot right here, we can see that not all the houses are demonically infused. What does this mean? Is this an effect of him transforming and taking damage last time? Is he not at full strength? Is that the reason? If he's not at full strength and this is what he's capable of, I can't imagine what he'll be capable of at a 100%. Then we get this shot of Zoro facing Imu head to head, which it looks like Imu is not as big as we theorized the last few weeks. We thought he was at least on par with the giants in size. But as we can see later, he appears to be able to change his size at will. Right now, he looks double the size of Zoro, so about 12 feet tall. Look at him. Aura farming and shit. And Summers has his heart back, which seems to relieve him. And then Hairudin coming out of nowhere with a punch just for Stanson to save his ass by kicking him and getting his foot cut off, Zeph style. Imu is not messing around. It's like he had a meeting with Thrag last week and they both agreed on beating the fraud allegations together in 1 week. We zoom back even further and it appears that the demonic possession on the houses and trees is still consistent with it being just a few of the houses being possessed. Zoro charges in with a Purgatory Onigiri just for it to be blocked so casually, and Imu prepares this Amaterasu Omen demon fire, blasting Zoro in the face, low diffing him out of nowhere, and here comes Hydrudin again, which I don't know why this panel in particular looks weird to me. It's not in Oda's usual style, I don't think. It's baller as hell, don't get me wrong, but it seems just a little weird. And Imu appears to have eyes on the back of his Hagoromo scarf. It's not even a scarf, it's a circle. And when Zoro attacked him earlier, they appear to react and he's able to see through these eyes on the demonic circle. I'm telling you, Imu's having an absolute field day with the Sage of Six Paths, Pain abilities that he seems to have, and Amaterasu and it just looks like Imu has all the visual abilities of the Naruto cast combined. All we need to see right now is a Susanoo and he'll be set. He seems to do another version of the attack he did on Zoro, this time with a face on it, with it exploding, Hydrudin, and then bestowing those same flames on Summers, giving him an upgrade, apparently, though those circles doesn't seem to have the same eyes that Imu has, but it's undoubtedly a power-up. He orders Summers to waste no time, and they split off, covering the whole island apparently. And when Imu leaves, the demonic possession on the houses also dissipates. So it seems like it's a range thing. Anything in his approximate domain range can be affected by his ability on a passive level. He doesn't even look like he's trying to activate something. It's passively happening all around him. Plus, he has some black hawk wings or griffin wings, as it seems. He has the ability to shapeshift as well, so this might not be his full transformation. This might be just a hybrid after all. People are panicking and he passes by the Gunko ice block and he seems to charge at it, but we don't know the purpose. Is he trying to free her? It doesn't look like it. He just keeps going. So maybe he tried to kill her there. We don't even see the aftermath if the ice actually melted or destroyed. I guess we'll check back on her next week. Maybe. Then we cut to Gaban's group near the Sun Realm where he senses Imu's haki and he recognizes that it's different than the one in God Valley. So this might just be further proof that this is not the same Imu we're used to. I am banking all my money right now on it being a Diavolo split personality. Because even though people who sensed him before have a different feeling from him when he's in this state, even though we've seen before that people's haki doesn't change when they transform with their normal zone devil fruits. But Imu's case is clearly different. Then we cut to the school where Loki and Luffy are eating. I don't understand really what's happening in this panel. Maybe Loki just zapped all the food to burn it or cook it. Because in the next panel, we can see that all the food is burnt, as Luffy says. So maybe that's the case. Maybe Loki just cooked everything with his lightning. And they're eating to gain their energy. Meanwhile, outside, everyone is panicking with this new haki they're sensing. With Killingham getting apparently freed and also possessing an omen upgrade like Summers did. Apparently Imu just freed him. His speed is so fast, no one can perceive him, not even the readers, apparently. And we see Sanji engaging immediately with the Ifrit Jambe. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Imu's size appears to change and fluctuates to his will. He's 100% a lot bigger this time when he's facing Sanji than when he was with Zoro. And he immediately goes for the kill with Sanji with a kick. And Sanji blocks, but it explodes in his face. And finally, in the last page of the chapter, we see Imu talking to Loki, telling him about Harold's death 14 years ago and that he came for payback for his servant dying. We saw how it affected him last time when Harold died, because everyone who has the contract with Imu appears to have this soul link where everyone who dies who possesses the soul link with Imu can affect Imu himself. And we see Loki outside intimidating with lightning striking right beside him, facing off Imu. But what's interesting is his dialogue telling Imu where in the world would he be but Elbaf. Is this an indication that he's not gonna leave Elbaf when the arc ends with Luffy and the others? Probably. I never really put much stock in Loki leaving and joining the crew. The crew is crowded as hell as it is. Jinbei doesn't even have anything to do for the past 2 arcs and he's the new recruit. So bringing a new recruit from Elbaf would just not make sense. Especially with Loki's power level and size. How is he gonna fit with the crew? Not even physically in the ship. I mean, just with the dynamics of the crew. How is it gonna work? Anyways, this chapter really builds up the hype for Elbaf and it was much needed hype because Elbaf was pretty much going down and down and down ever since the Rocks and God Valley flashback. And this is exactly what the arc needed. This is exactly what we were waiting for. We have a lot of questions, we have a lot of mysteries, a lot of intrigue, and I can't wait for next week to see where this is going.